It's really hard to drive and try to show you my crown at the same time. That's fine. Anyways, they literally just had a million crowns hanging around, and I was like, I want one of those. They pre-made it, but unfortunately, the size that they had them were way too small for my head. So I had to fix it. And, so yeah, I haven't been wearing it ever since, but I've been wearing it for like the majority of the time ever since. I had to fix the size. And when it starts to fall off, I just push into the yellow light. Go. Sorry. I just push it into the ceiling and then it just somehow resettles onto my head. Sometimes it pops off. Okay. Tonight is one of those nights where driving is just a whole experience. For like the first time, I forgot to put gas in my truck. Why? I do not know. I was distracted probably, but like, come on. That's like the basics of life. Nobody seems to understand how much work it is to live in your vehicle, okay? I have a lot of people reaching out to me being like, bro, why are you not responding? Because I wash my dishes with a toothbrush and it takes me 5 hours. I'm kidding. It doesn't take me 5 hours, but like, oh my gosh. Everything takes so much work. However, I have improved some things, and now I just noticed that my water thingy, hold on, more lights. My water thingy is falling off, like my new pump is falling off, and I want to fix it, but that requires me turning completely around. I'm on a busy highway at night. So it's really stupid for me to lean the heck over there to fix it, but it's driving me nuts. And it's just gonna fall again. Why are you going slow on the highway? I bet you there's a traffic jam. It's 10:02. I don't know why I decided to go on these adventures at this time of night, but I do. And I'm actually tired, and I have 2 hours to drive to the place that I am going, and I shouldn't be because I'm exhausted. But, as I explained to somebody, it is way better to travel at night than it is during the day. And I keep saying it's because of the traffic. It's more so because I like to wake up and have coffee and not talk to anybody and not move for hours. That is the way I like to start my day every day. And this morning I was dumb and I set an alarm. I can't believe I used to live that way every day of my life. And one day I'm going to have to go back to that, and that just makes me want to throw up. Yep, throw up is the feeling. Ew. I don't know, man. I'm tired thinking about it, and I'm not even doing it right now. Anyways, when it comes to going to work, okay. I don't know how much we've talked about why I'm not working. Probably a little bit, but I don't tend to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I don't. Mostly because I don't want everybody to know my business. But there are quite a few reasons why I'm not working right now, and it has to do with coconut. The biggest thing I would have to say, okay, like recently a doctor has mentioned something to do with OCD. And they didn't like diagnose me or nothing, but they mentioned OCD after I did something, like I wanted to clean the tablet that I had just answered questions on. And I wanted to clean it because I left my damn fingerprints on it. And to me, that makes sense. I'm not obsessive with cleaning. Maybe I'm a bit. But like, it's not like I gotta wash things. I don't have to wash things 3 times. It's just, if you dirty it, fix it. It's rude if you don't. And she said that somebody else cleans them after every use. And I'm thinking, okay, but if I dirtied it, I should clean it. And that was my thought process. But anyway, she said something about OCD, and I was like, I don't know. I think I had that, but I don't think I had that. So anyways, there's different kinds of OCD. She didn't give me a specific kind. She didn't even diagnose me. She just said something about OCD, and I was like, now you got me thinking. You know, doctors like will start asking questions or saying stuff, and you know what they're getting at. I didn't know what she was getting at half the time, and I was like, I am on a rocket ship, and I don't know where we're going. And I actually typically know. And this time, I was like, I have no sweet clue. But she did mention OCD, so I was like, maybe you should go look that up, because that's what I do. Most people don't care. I'm like, well, if you're telling me I'm this sort of screwed up, then maybe I should look up the screwed up part that you think I might be, just to know if we're both on the same page with that. And I think I'm a little screwed up. That's probably why I'm not at work. I have said to people in my immediate life, I live in my vehicle. That is how I'm managing my life. I am a supervisor in group homes. I have no right to supervise nothing and no one if I'm living in my damn truck. How the hell are you, like, those two things don't go together, I don't think. Especially because I have justified it so much that I'm like, listen, this is what normal people do. You guys are crazy. So I'm like, I think I sound a little funky, so maybe I shouldn't go work professionally or pretend that I'm a professional. I'm not one. I am, but I'm not. It takes a lot of work to fake it. Anyway, so better put cruise control on because we're not really paying attention to the speed. Cruise, it is. There we go. On cruise control. What the heck were we talking about? Oh, fluff. Okay, we're on cruise control now. Some transport guy wants to get in front of me. Why does this always happen? You're messing with my mojo. And you got some weird flag thing, which probably is the law, but like I don't like it. It's distracting. Hanging off the back of your vehicle. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm not working because of perfectionism. OCD is the thing that I think is a possibility of the thing that might be going on in the coconut. So, all right. I have talked about some of this stuff in videos, like how to load a dishwasher properly, and the fact that I do it because I don't like to waste my time, and if you're going to do it, you might as well do it once or don't do it at all. And like maybe this is because that is the way I was raised, like do it right, or redo it until it's right, but don't do it wrong. There is no middle ground of that's just okay, that's just good enough. And I don't think that's the part that I was raised with, but like, okay, the way that I think is just that. Like, I don't understand how people half-ass everything. Everything. Like, I can't even start because I will just go on a tangent and we will never leave each other. Ever. If I start, there's an arrow. I'm going to switch back to that lane, even though I just got in this one. And around the car we go, because you're going too slow. I'm in a construction zone. Maybe I should slow down. Yeah, you're probably going the right temperature. No, the right speed, not temperature. What the hell am I talking about? You're probably going... Man, I looked at the temperature. You're probably going the right speed for this area. I'm sorry that I'm impatient. Not like you and I are having a conversation about it. Okay, cruise control again, because I'm just... Whatever. Hopefully no more transports mess me up. So anyways, there's a way to do everything. And people just don't do it right. Fuck! Sorry. Didn't mean to say that. We're in a traffic jam. Dang it. And usually in traffic jams, there's police officers. I'm not evading the law. I mean, there is one. Like your lights, guy. I'm not, because I'm hands-free and whatnot, but I mean, I don't want you to come over here and check. See? Do you see the flashies? Alright. Now it's just construction people. They don't give a shit. Here we go. Hi! You like my crown? Sorry, I'm weird. Wow. Anyways, there's right and wrong way to do everything. And I just don't understand why people don't do things the right way ever. And I struggle with it to the point that I think people are dumb. And I won't tell them that, but it really pisses me off to the point that I just insist on doing everything myself. And then I get told, don't do that. You need to delegate tasks. And so I'll delegate them, and then people do it wrong. And I'm like, stop it. And it just really I can't handle it. It literally infuriates me to a point of like, my entire body is like in pain because of the stupidity that I think other people are doing. And then I'm like, oh, why do I care so much? So some things I can let go of, but there's a lot of things I can't. And some things that I do are time consuming. For example, and I don't think anyone's dumb over this one, but putting kids' toys away, and there's an excessive amount of big Lego, okay? Most people throw it in a bin. That is the normal thing to do. Everybody, why are you coming over here? You were going too slow to come over here. Stop. You're not even passing anybody. What are you doing? You just showing your signals for fun? No, you're coming over. Oh, I guess there's an arrow saying you need to. Sorry. I'm going to be okay, I promise. He's just coming over here in advance of the arrow construction thingy telling him that he needs to. I'm just being mean. Stop yelling at everybody. So yeah, there's a right way to do things. And like, let's say you have a bunch of Legos that needs to go in a bin. People typically will throw it all in there. Okay, yes, that is normal. I do agree that that is the correct way to do it. However, what if you have too many Legos for the bin? And they're going to fall on the floor all over the place. Then what? My answer would be, then you stack them all together so that they fit in the box perfectly so that you don't have to deal with that problem. Other people would just continue to pour the Legos on top of the thing and let them fall on the floor and then leave them there. And it hurts my brain. But those are like the two options. Or throw them in the garbage. I like to throw things out a lot. Yeah, so these are the things. It comes down to little things like that. Ever since my job got me to take my safe food handling things, I thought I was anal before when it came to the kitchen and keeping things sanitary. Now I think everybody's going to kill the kids because of the things that they do. And then I get all like, you can't do that. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because you can't. And then I explain it to them and they understand-ish, and then they don't care anyways, because that's the way they do it at home. And it's just like, there's so many things that drive me absolutely insane that I can't cope at work, because my mentality about it is, if I have taught you how to do it correctly and you choose to do it incorrectly after that, like loading the dishwasher, then, or how to do laundry, that's a big one. If I've taught you and then you choose to do it wrong, according to me, then I'm not going to let you do it again, because I don't like it. And then I will think about it over and over again. So laundry, okay, here's another thing that just drives me absolutely nuts, that no one in the world cares about except for people like me, because I love you, you neurodivergent OCD folks. I almost called you fuckers. I'm trying not to call you people that. I'm trying not to swear, and I'm not doing a good job. Doing laundry. You must fix your socks. You must have the dirt on the outside of the sock so that the dirt comes off the sock. And then I had an argument with somebody about this once, and they're like, that's the purpose of soap. Soap gets the dirt off. I'm like, not if you got sand. And then I proved the point by pulling the sock open after it had gone through the wash, and there was sand everywhere. I'm like, see? Did you sanitize the sand? Is that what's happening? Because that part, I don't get what's going on. Are you washing the dirt off the sand and the sand's allowed to stay, or what? What? Or are you trying to wash the sand off too? Undo your socks before you put them in the wash. That is just me. You have to do it. Me. I have to do it. I have to do it. If I notice that a sock goes in the wash and it was not undone so that the outside is on the outside, I will have to go back in there and redo it. Like, there's no way. I can't. And I will think about that sock forever until I notice that the sock goes back in the wash again next week. Like, so there's just no point in torturing myself like that. It's just, no thanks. I have to fix it. And this is, my crown's falling off. Uh-oh. This is not an easy thing to fix right now. Huh. Okay, hook it on. Put it on. Maybe you shouldn't play with it while you're driving. There we go. Fixed it. All better. Yeah, I have to fix it. And then I don't understand why other people don't take the time. If these socks are going on children's feet, why are you not fixing them so that their feet are clean? See, these are the things that frustrate me, where I just will then not let other people do the laundry. because I insist on these things. And I'm like, do I just care too much about these kids, or am I OCD? I don't know. So, and that's everything. It's everything. So, like, I have certain numbers of food that you have to keep in a group home, probably because of trauma, but, like, I do say that I'm preparing for the worst, and somebody will thank me one day. Is that OCD, or do I just care about the kids too much? I don't know. So, these things torture me, and I just don't want to be around people who don't insist on doing things correctly, because I don't get the mentality. I just don't understand how people think. And apparently they just choose not to think, or it's not even a choice. They just don't think. And I'm like, I do enough thinking for everybody. I need a break. So then that turns into me getting mad. And that turns into me going to the doctor and saying I need drugs so I don't get mad. And then I'm like, but I don't want to take drugs. Like medication, not actually, you know what I'm saying. And then I just get stuck in this whole, like, do I want to medicate myself and fall asleep because everybody else in the world doesn't want to do things right? Or would I rather isolate? Because at the end of the day, my brain does feel like life has to be done at a certain level. And I don't know how to get other people to do it. And when they don't, I'm like, well, I could turn into a controlling asshole, or I could have a level of acceptance. Acceptance is the key to happiness, but to me, it is not. It's the key to insanity. I go crazy. I can't accept it. Maybe I can, but... And it's not for lack of choosing. I try. I can accept it for maybe 2 times, and then I'm like... And then I can't. Like, for example, if I watch somebody else do the laundry, and they put socks in there, and I don't fix their socks, I will watch which socks didn't get fixed. And I will... when I do the laundry next time, intentionally make sure I rewash those specific socks. And I memorize things like that. I don't even do it on purpose. Every single thing has a place. That's also a thing. So, like, every group home that I've ever worked in, I organize it. Every time. Without fail. And then I will redo my organization so that it has a deeper level of organization. It is insane. I know I'm crazy in that department. That part, I'm like, can you just not? For example, plastic containers. Ow, it hurts. Like, people just put plastic containers in a plastic container cupboard. They just chuck them in there and shut the drawer or the cupboard. And I'm not sure what. I need to put the address in. We've been through this process before. I literally have been through this process so many times. I do not want to miss my exit. There we go. That's the city we are going to. Press the button. Away we go. Don't put me on that highway that I have to pay for. I don't want to go that one. Yeah, plastic containers. I don't think I've ever been... Like, I'm having anxiety thinking about this right now. I don't think I've ever been in a group home or anybody's actual house where their plastic containers make me happy. Minus my stepdad. He thinks he's got it going on a little bit in that department. It might be my mom now. I'm pretty sure she has done this as well, so I don't actually know who's doing what. But the plastic container cupboard is on point. Maybe that's where I get it. Thanks, Mom. I know I get some things from you. Good things and bad things. My obsessiveness. No, I'm kidding. Colors. Being colors. I don't actually know how to match nothing worth a pack of beans. I had to be taught that stripes don't go with polka dots and all that crap, but, like, if we're organizing something, it's going in color-coded order, period, end of story. And she's like that. Back to plastic containers. This is where the level of organization changes over time and where I actually can't cope. And that is, okay, I will organize plastic container cupboard. Never have I ever seen enough containers and enough lids that there's the perfect number that goes whatever. And so then I will search the entire house, regardless of how big it is, and I will look for the matching lid or whatever, and at the end of the day, because it will take me forever, I will throw out the ones that do not have a match. Somehow a week later, the same process happens. I don't get that part. Whatever. If you're using the lid, or if you're using the container, just put the lid aside, please, for the love of gosh. Don't lose one of the other. Like, don't do it. Please don't do it. I don't like it. It hurts my head. So yeah, I will organize it so I'll put like all the square bowls, yes, inside each other, so that, you know, they fit in there, so that you're not like throwing them all on top and then squishing the top and shoving the drawer and then you can't open it. I don't got why y'all do that. Yeah. So I'll put all the circle things in the circle things and all the square things in the square things and big ones and small ones and whatever. And then I will do the same thing with the lids. And if the lids snap tightly on the bottom of the stack, that makes me really happy. And I insist. Sometimes I have thrown out, I recycle all of the plastic containers just so I can buy the ones that I like, so that they look nice and they make me feel happy. And then nobody else really cares. So, yeah, I will organize them. And then the next time I organize them, I add another layer to it. And that part drives me crazy. So then all of the plastic container lids that get stacked together, if they have like a little lip on them, all the lips have to go in the same, let's say it's a square one, okay? Square ones always have like a little lip on it. When I stack the lids together, then all the lips have to be on the same side. And I have to make sure it's done that way. And then if there's blue lids and red lids, then I have to separate the blue ones and the red lids. If there's different colors of blue-red lids, let's say there's like a worn out red and then pink and then blue or whatever, I will put it in a certain order that pleases me in that moment, that my brain says this is like going in like a rainbow style. And then that will be that week. And then the next week, I add more to it. Like the ones that look older will go on the bottom. And the ones that look newer will go on the top, so that we have to use that one until it looks disgusting like the other one. So like, do you see why I can't work? I can't handle that anymore because nobody else likes to do things the same way, and I honestly can't seem to get over it. Like, drug me, please help. I'm kidding. I don't want to take meds. Like, that's the thing. And why don't I want to take meds? Because they make me feel like crap. And they don't work. They'll work for like a week and then they don't. So, and then I'm like, this is funny because maybe this isn't working, but I'm just like, I'll take meds and then I'm like, but then I don't care. I'm not as smart anymore. Duh, that's the point. So anyways, this is a problem for me. And this has followed me around everywhere. And it's with everything. I currently am helping a friend out with her house, and like, I can't handle anybody else's input. If I fix it and then they come back and they redo it, I don't care. But not while I'm there. Not while I'm doing it. Like, I can't. Like, it's just a thing. So, interacting with humans is hard for me because of that. So, perhaps it's OCD. I don't really know. I just know I drive myself bonkers. So that's the plastic container. It took us a long time to get there. But then there's other stupid shit, like cheese. Who puts a block of cheese in the fridge without wrapping it up? Is that normal? Do y'all just cut the end off and keep going? Or do you guys just let it get crispy, throw it out, and get a new one every time? The amount of times I've gone into a freaking fridge and found a block of cheese just sitting there with a wrapper open, I'm like, who does this in their own house? And then I'm like, I can't picture everybody else's fridges because I would go insane. And then I'm like, are y'all just freaking rude? Because this isn't your house that you think that you can leave unwrapped cheese in the fridge? Like that? really hope someone with neurodivergent problems watches this and totally understands me and is like, yes, thank you, you speak my language. Because I don't know who's normal here. Who's normal? Help! Tell me who's normal, because I don't actually know. The plastic containers are a little excessive. Wearing a crown while you're driving in the middle of the night is also excessive. But I'm only doing it because it makes me happy. And I bet everybody else in the world wants to wear crowns and drive at night, but they choose not to. It was like not even a question for me. And funny part, I was with somebody at the same time. Some guy I barely even know. I met this guy 2 times, and he's a friend of a friend's. And I was driving this guy home, and we were both hungry, so we stopped at Burger King. And I just grabbed the crown and I put it on right away, and then I'm walking around and I get in my truck and I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna wear that the whole night. I don't know why you don't want a crown. It makes me feel happy. So, there. I got nothing else good to say. I got nothing good to say. I'm just complaining. But yeah. I'd rather just be by myself. I don't have time. Anyways, I don't have time. It's weird. So that's maybe where we started at the very beginning, like 20-something minutes ago. 26 minutes ago. 31 seconds. 33. 34 seconds ago. Yeah. I don't have time. I don't work right now, and I have no time. Because everything has certain... I have a sneeze stuck. I hate these. Ugh. Stop it. I don't have time because there's so much work to do. Oh my gosh, sneezing and yawning. Stop. Yeah, there's... Oh, I still have that on. In this small space. So, like, I've explained, and I don't need to re-explain that, like, certain things go on that side, certain things go on this side, blah, 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 blah. All right, that takes time. Now I'm into this being very obsessed with insulation and how to keep this place warm. I got a new water pump, so the whole video on the water pump was a waste of my time because I got a new one, because that one pissed me off, and I perhaps maybe threw a little bit of a child fit, and I might have punched it and then thrown it in the garbage because it wasn't broken, but it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So, oops. Yeah. But like that stupid water pump, you had to make sure it's sealed on the top of the 15-liter jug thingy, and if you didn't have the seal perfectly, then it wouldn't work. So I'd just be sitting there pumping away. And I'm like, I don't got time for this. And I'm like leaning the way the heck over there. So I'm old, and that's not comfortable. So I was done with that. Because every time if I move my seat forward, then the blue water bottle would move into like the glove compartment area, and then the lid would kind of tilt, or the pump part would tilt, and then the seal would be not sealed. Wow, you're driving fast. Slow down. Excuse me. And cruise control. What happened to cruise? Where did that go? I thought we did that. And yeah, and then the sealed braking wouldn't work, and then I would have to fix it, and I was over it, so I got a different one. This one's a USB. It plugs in, charges, and you press a button, and it goes, and it puts water in whatever you want, and then when you want it to stop, you press the button. It's great. So there's that. So I replaced that. But so yeah, now it's insulation. So I've made my window covers, and that's lovely. And now my new record for cold is 7 degrees, minus 7 degrees Celsius, and I'm able to manage that. But there's a big weather problem coming up in the next month. Maybe I'll do the next video about that. But yeah, so now I'm researching if I can like take the roof off and spray some stuff up in there to make it warm in here. I don't really know how far I'm going to go with this, but like I should not stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning looking stuff up, because I definitely most certainly have been. And it's turning into a bit of an obsession on what I can use and how to do it properly and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, I don't got time to think about this. Maybe I should just hire someone. Then I'm like, no, because then that's going to cost too much money and defeats the purpose of doing it in the first place. Okay, I'm too tired to keep talking about stuff. Like, literally. Oh my gosh. I'm too tired. So I'm done. I will take my crown off to go to sleep. And that is that. Okay. I was going to say goodnight, I love you, but I feel like that is weird. Because I don't know who we're loving. The world. I love the world. I love everybody. No, I don't. Maybe I do. I can love you from afar. That sounds about right. Okay, that's it.